Communicator Advanced Leader Bronze, May Ong, to take over this session.
Thank you, Seki, for leading us for this evening, throughout this meeting, to let us know why there's a board that's full with words. Because normally in my history class, when my teachers have a full board of wordings, I will try to run away. Because I feel really, my feelings to copy down, to follow all what is happening. But today I feel the difference. I'm okay with all the words because there's a gentleman standing there, work very hard to tell us what is happening. So the reason I need to standing here, what's the purpose for me to be here? If you have understand enough from Melinda, if not, let me repeat once again. I'm just a person that went through a few different Toastmaster Club meetings before, learned a little bit here and there, and today I'm here to share my personal observations for this meeting since 7:45 to 9:15, what is happening, and what I think, what I feel, what I thought, and by the end of the day I will share with you. But this is not only my personal observations because I'm just a human being. I can't do everything on the same time. I got a team of evaluators, they have been sit down there. You can see a lot of our friends, the table is full with papers and the pens is keep writing non-stoply. You might wonder what are they doing. That is the reason why we need these sessions for them to do something, for them to read out, to present what their thought is all about, what little secret that they found out that can make you a better one. So to kickstart these sessions, we will have our very own member of Mad Toastmaster Club.
Yes.
With the manners in him, I'm not sure how he's going to share with us that can make you really make a difference in you.
Let's make it this.
Let's us put our hand together to welcome our Division C Director as well as the club IPB.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone's going bronze, everyone leader bronze.
Come silver already. It's the old one. Silver.
Sorry. Everyone's come to silvers, everyone leader bronze.
Yes.
Speak with us.
Thank you. Today we had 5 speakers who attended the table topic session, and most of the topics were related to understanding. So did you understand them? Yes. I'm going to tell you how much I understood them based on my understanding, and I hopefully understand that you will understand how to do better table topics according to me or according to what you learn from one another. Got it?
Yes.
You are very understanding people. I cannot fathom how understanding you are. I use the word of the day. Alright, let's start with our first good friend, Diva. Why I asked her to come? No, I just volunteer people. Because she's a good friend, she's a neighbor, and we call Spider-Man friendly neighbors, so you always ask your neighbor to go for it. Thanks, Diva. And her topic was understanding our culture. I like the part when she talked about the Malaysian multiracial part, and then she jumped into the place X, currently Hard Rock, last time Casuarina, place in Penang, I believe. Yes, yeah. Lots of Ringy there. And then she talked about that place and what happened there with so many foreigners and what the incident about it. And she talked about language, what people mean and different things. So she did touch on the culture part and all. However, at certain point, she used her quote. In a way, speakers don't use their quote. Putting hands in the pocket, because you're supposed to use your hands and use your hand gestures. One thing. Especially her eye contact was more towards table floor. More of people sitting around the table. So eye contact was not there. It was, I would not say not there. It was there, but it was minimal. It was not effective eye contact. At the same time, towards the end, it's very nice. You got the Belgian chocolate. I don't know if you really got it or not, but it sounds good. Oh, you really got it. That sounds good. And I know she bluffed that foreigner that you poke a Malaysian woman, you have to marry her. And I was surprised to hear he said, yes, he wants to marry you. Yes, oh, you missed the chance. Final thing, most important part of a table topics is entire story didn't make any sense on culture. People poking, people saying name, people giving chocolate, People do everything, but what is about understanding culture didn't stand out. That whole essence of the topic didn't stand out, especially towards the closing when you saw the light. You still had 20 seconds to say something strong related to culture. Right? Like today she made nasi lemak, thank you so much. That was a pretty good cultural part to be part of this meeting. Let's go to the next one. Our next one is Janie, who came up to warm up before she does the speech. And she talked about understanding politics. It's funny way that in table topics, you do not have to agree with the topics. She herself said that I really don't like politics, I'm not so much into politics, I don't know much about politics. But you know, that's the best thing in table topics. Then you have no clue about the topic. Because then you can talk anything about the topic. Because then the topic itself becomes nothing and you have too many topics to talk about. And what you didn't share is why you don't like politics. Why you don't like to or want to understand politics. You did mention about you should use politics for utilize politics for different things. Now what I realized that the content wasn't strong in terms of politics. Either you stick to it or you don't stick to it. Don't say, I don't like the politics, then you talked about Najib, Rosma, this, all those things around the politics. It doesn't make, because when you say, I don't like the politics, but even then you have seen politics in your college, university, school, offices, everywhere. You could have talked about that. There are politics among friends, classmates, roommates. It's everywhere if you look at from this perspective. You could have talked about that. You don't really have to talk about Malaysian politics. You could have talked about Trump, where people going against him, for him, all the stuff. That's international politics. Fine. But if you stick to it, go for it all the way. If not, go against all the way. But go in one direction. Final thing, body language. We do not do like these speeches. And then like this, and like this, because that is not a dance performance. It is inappropriate uses of your leg doing like this, and then thinking like this. So that is not required in a speech. Unless you're really teaching us dance, which I believe that's Jerry's part. Speaker number 3, Pratibha. She's first time, I don't know I should be tough or hard or generous. But let me be generous towards her in terms of my sarcasm.
Membership form,
I'm not the VPM. So I can be sarcastic and VPM should be nice to her. That's Janie. Alright, Pratibha, I think you have a good voice in terms it was loud and clear. It was clear, you smiled, and you had the good language of, you said you are the assistant editor of Leaderonomics. Your articles come to LinkedIn, Facebook, blogs, and everywhere all over the country. Worldwide they go. So trust me, your articles change people. I've read your article, trust me, it's not easy to understand the whole thing. So you do have a very good, strong usage of language. And if you don't know, yesterday she came of BFM talking about how technology and what human beings can do when technology starts to take over, what human beings can get involved, so they are still, and they won't go away, they will still stay back or be useful still after technology takes over. So she definitely knows a lot of content. But in terms of speaking, converting the words into life, you require two things. Breathe and let them go in a very organized manner. Because you talked about relationship, not personal, but you talked about what you mean in relationship. You did talk about different personal characteristics, IQ, solid foundation, all those things. There are too much of it. Just talk about 1-2 characteristics or personalities you believe should have in maybe your future partner or somebody, and how you believe in those particular things. It could be one thing. I want the person to be honest or something like that, or be compatible, or be joyful. That's it. And dig onto it, and it will make the sense. And somebody is honest and they come back and talk to you at the end of the meeting. Last part is Uncle Paul, kind of leaders. Uncle Paul talked about everything, but it all ended up in political leaders. But the topic was about understanding leaders. Is understanding a criteria for leaders? So it meant, how does an understanding leader makes a difference? Not what politicians should do that. So you did a little bit away from the topic, and you stayed there at the politics part there. So I felt that it went so off track that what it means, the criteria of a leader who should have understanding couldn't fit in with that topic. So I felt it was really off, and he didn't come back and close to the topic. It's okay to go around, but we should come back. Finally, Ken Ko, our editor director. I'm going to be straightforward because I don't have much time. We talk about multilingual language, communication, all those things, harmony. But again, it was not inspiring enough. Why? Because you have so much of so much of fruits inside there. It became a fruit salad rather than something standing out with one point which says that, yes, understanding one another needs this thing. And the most of all is that none of you, or if I'm not mistaken, most of you, except Liwa, didn't use personal story to add value to your speech. Always remember, facts tell, stories sell. Back to you.
Gender evaluator, I have